That's our movie for tonight. Join us again tomorrow night at 11:30 for The Little Princess, starring Shirley Temple, when we continue Little Movies Week on the Great Late Movies.
Now you don't have to be a real tiger to get into a waterbed. I mean, everybody's doing it. Even milquetoasts sleep in waterbeds these days. Let me tell you about Jerry Burkhardt over at Waterbed Warehouse, a real pussycat, because he has the cheapest price in town. I don't care about those sale prices. His prices are cheaper than the sale prices. He's selling wholesale in the morning. He's selling those guys their beds in the morning. Then in the afternoon, he's selling to you. Remember, before noon is too soon, you loony tune, don't be a goon. That's the tune we croon, because they're not open for retail business until in the afternoon. Remember that. And they're open 7 days a week. Remember to tell them Charlie sent you there, because that gets you something special. A free bottle of water conditioner for your waterbed, and you'll want that. And remember, you never have to worry about it being a washout when you deal with Waterbed Warehouse. 125 styles on display. They have more on display than anybody else in the entire world. Could be the universe, but we haven't checked all the planets, so we can't come right out and say that, can we? But Waterbed Warehouse, ask him about his price-bashing hammer. He'll bash that bed down at any price you want with the old price-slashing sledge. That's Jerry Burkhardt, Waterbed Warehouse. Let him tuck you in bed.
You know, I went on a spree in '83, skiing in Switzerland, a little golf in Scotland, sailing and fishing off the coast of Mexico, swimming in Hawaii, and on my way to that city by the bay with its restaurants and ambiance, San Francisco, I decided to stop over in Duluth to catch my breath. But you know what? It took my breath away. I could have saved myself a lot of travel, and you know why? Because it's all right here. Duluth. Who loves you, baby? I do.
KSTP TV, St. Paul, Minneapolis, Channel 5.
Good morning. The time is 1:20. Our temperature in the Twin Cities is 60 degrees. I'm Karen Carnes reporting for Channel 5 Eyewitness News. Here's a look at headlines overnight. First, nationally, an American Airlines Boeing 727 made an emergency landing in Midland, Texas last night. The plane apparently lost power in one of its 3 engines. The flight was American Airlines 350 from El Paso to Dallas-Fort Worth. It landed safely, though, and the controller in charge said it wasn't much of an emergency. Well, federal investigators say that recent mishap with a Republic Airlines jet over the weekend is attributed to human error. The plane was heading from Fresno to Phoenix. It had to make an emergency landing at an air base 65 miles away from takeoff. The problem? Nobody refueled it before it left Fresno, and there was less than 5 gallons in the tank when they landed. Nobody was hurt. Locally, 3 Minnesota cities are among 88 in the country that face permanent loss of airline service in 5 years. They are Fairmont, Mankato, and Worthington. Unless Congress changes an airline deregulation law and communities pitch in to cover part of the cost, then service there will expire in 1988. In sports, the Twins finished up their baseball game at the Metrodome just around 11 o'clock last night. After a 3-3 deadlock in the 7th, the Twins lost to the Baltimore Orioles by a score of 6-3. Next game from Minnesota will be against Boston here at home this weekend. And a reminder, any youngsters interested in picking up a few tips on baseball should plan to attend the Twins free clinic on Saturday. If you go to the session, then you are invited to stay for the Red Sox-Twins game that afternoon for free. Weather-wise for the Twin Cities on Thursday, right now it doesn't look like a bad forecast at all. Mostly cloudy overnight with a very slight chance of a shower, lows in the mid-50s. Then after dawn, cloudy skies, temperatures in the mid-60s, and not a chance of a shower until probably the evening on Thursday. 60 degrees right now, and we'll be back in an hour.
Now, here are the newest and latest job listings from the Minnesota Department of Economic Security. Call 296-8400 between 8 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday, for further information about these and other jobs. Wanted a door installer, $6 an hour, a full-time job, Minneapolis. 1 year in that type of work will help qualify. Office equipment operator wanted, $4.75 an hour, full-time, Minneapolis. High school, 1 year on the job. A receptionist is wanted, $4.10 an hour, full-time, Minneapolis. 1 year job-related experience. Salesperson wanted, $400 a week, full-time, Minneapolis. 3 years job-related experience. Secretary wanted, $1,075 a month. Full-time, Minneapolis, 2 years on the job. A tax specialist is wanted, salary open, full-time, Minneapolis. High school, 6 months on the job. Accounts payable and receivable clerk wanted, $725 a month, full-time in Bloomington, high school education required. Clerk typist wanted, salary open, full-time in Edina, minimum age is 18, high school, 6 months job-related experience. A secretary for a marketing department wanted, $9.95 a month, full-time in Edina High School, 1 year on the job. Draftsperson wanted for cabinet, salary open, $5 an hour, I guess they're paying, depending on your experience. They'd like to have 2 years experience. High school, 2 years of further educational value will help. A lead engineer is wanted, salary open, full-time in St. Paul, high school, 3 years on the job. LPN, licensed practical nurse on call wanted, salary open, part-time in St. Paul, high school required. A purchasing clerk wanted, salary open, full-time in St. Paul, high school education. Sales representative and graphic arts wanted, salary open, full-time in St. Paul, high school, 2 years further education, and 3 years on the job. These have been the Minnesota Department of Economic Security's newest and latest job listings. Call this number for further information between 8 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. And as always, we wish you the best of luck.